Hi everybody, I'm Anna Kachikin and this is The Anna Report, where every Wednesday I sit with you guys and we discuss dating and relationships. And this week's topic is how not to break up with your girlfriend. Things not to do. So while we wait for everybody to start trickling in, I'm still drinking Stella's. Cheers! Get nuts? Drinking beer? Alright, are you guys ready to start? Is everyone in? We're good? Let me take a chug before I start. This is gonna be from the perspective of a man needing to break up with a girlfriend. Just to clarify with everybody, so you're not like, well, what about the other side? Okay? We're strictly talking about when a man wants and needs to break up with his girlfriend, what not to do. When you're a guy and you want to break up with your girlfriend, obviously you think that the grass is greener on the other side and you're ready to, get out there and be single, and you're wondering, well, why do I need to, break up with her, and then, like, who gives a shit about this girl now, right? Like, I can just kind of basically fuck her over and don't care. Well, you probably should care. Let's just also put it out there that breakups are not easy. Neither for the man or the woman. It's literally like having an 8-wheeler fucking truck ramming your body over, like over your brain, over your body, over your muscles, over your entire being. But if the breakup is, if you're not a fucking coward, basically, about the breakup, then it can be like a Ford pickup truck versus an 8-wheeler. See what I'm saying? So, how you break up with her makes a big difference. Makes a huge, huge difference. And there are some things that you should just never do when you're breaking up with a girl. Look, you shared amazing time with this person, okay? You did so much for her. You loved her at some point. You guys shared amazing memories together. But how you ended at the end is how you're gonna be remembered. And when I say remembered, I also mean, like, women talk. So if you fuck up, like, your reputation out there is gonna be a little shitty. So that's something else to keep in mind. But I think for me personally, why you should break up with dignity and respect as a man, you should man up, is because karma. To me, you're just asking for some dangerous karma when you do not break up in a way where you you gotta just man up and break up in a respectful manner. And if you don't, karma's gonna get you. I was dumped by a girl, oh my god, after 4 years on the phone. Nah! Oh my god, that pisses me fucking off. First thing first, do not fucking do this shit. Hector, do not break up with her. I don't care if you've been with her for a week, 4 years. Do not break up with her over text, over phone, over email. Man the fuck up. Don't be a fucking coward. And win. Man up. Face her and explain to her why. Because no matter what you do, how you do it, breakups are gonna hurt. Listen, women need closure. We need closure, okay? And the closure isn't about you or this relationship. The closure is about the fact that I need to move on and be a productive human being onto my next relationship, and I want to know where we went wrong so I don't make those same goddamn mistakes again. So when you are a coward and you think that you can break up over text or phone or email, you're a piece of shit. And there are probably millennials here watching this who are like, well, I met her on, online, so I broke up with her online. Oh yeah, were you also fucking her online too? I don't think so. And you know what? A lot of things might be very we might be very tech advanced, but breakups are still in the medieval times, and we're gonna keep it there. You're gonna do it in person. No, we're gonna keep it old school way. This is ridiculous. Breaking up while you're on a date. So she gets ready. She's out on a date, right? You guys are on a date. You fucking set her up, dude. You set her up to get her out, to break up with her, either before, during, or after the date. That's shady, dude. That's so shady to do that, okay? Because it's literally like Aladdin inviting Ariel out and then ripping the fucking rug under her. Breaking up with a girl during a date, I think men think, oh, like, well, you know, I was trying to be nice. You know, I thought like we could leave on a good note. No, that's deceitful. Like, you set her up. You set her up. She has to know. Like, that's not fair. She has no idea. She's out on a date and then you like break up with her because that was your point of like meeting with her. So the other thing is breaking up while under the influence. So like either you like were drinking or you took a little hit. Guys will think, oh, liquid courage, or give me a hit so I can calm down and not be so affected by her. Another cowardly move. You're a wimp. You're a wimp for doing that. If you think like, oh, you know, it's such a devastating thing. I need liquid courage. I need some this. You know, I love her, but I just gotta do this. Really, you're just kind of like stomping on her heart even more, because it just shows how you're not taking the relationship seriously. Like, you can't even do this in a sound mind. You can't even have a conversation. Like, you are incapable of communicating with the girl that you're with. You can't communicate with a girl you're with, then who can you communicate with? Who are you? Being under the influence doesn't mean that you necessarily, like, if she's drunk and you're not, and you think, oh, this is perfect timing, she's drunk, let me just break up with her now, that's a dick move too. That's not okay either. You're gonna make an ass out of you and her. If you assume that you break up with her while you're drunk or high, while she's drunk or under the influence or whatever, that's the good time, you're an idiot. If you know it's going to be a huge deal, okay, that's a great question. If you know it's going to be a huge deal if you break up with her, then how do you do it? You know how you do it? You have to be honest, and you just have to say it. No matter what, you're gonna hurt her feelings. No matter what you say, you're gonna hurt her feelings. But if you man up and you're honest and you say it, communicate it to her, literally, use your fucking words and say it. Man up and say it. It's still gonna hurt at the moment for a minute or whatever, but when she looks back, I mean this way, right? When she looks back, she's gonna respect you. She's gonna respect you, and I promise you she is, because I've been there. I've been in situations where I look back now when a guy was really honest and I was like, one, he did me a favor. Two, he did it in a really like mature way now that I look back. And it didn't take me that long to get over the relationship, because it made sense. After a while, you begin to listen. Time is a beautiful thing. You begin to reflect with time, and it all makes sense. So even if you know things are gonna get crazy, and listen, another thing too, if you know things are gonna get crazy, you probably shouldn't do it in like a very public place, because especially if you live in a small town, she might embarrass you in order to make, basically, so you could never go back there or see your neighbors ever again. And so I always say, don't do it in like a restaurant, like, you know, do it at a park or something where there aren't a lot of people around, but you're still in a public place. If you're breaking up because of cheating, if you cheated on her, just know that the relationship is most likely going to be over. If like literally, if she has any dignity, she's gonna walk, okay? And if you cheated, you're forever gonna be the bastard who cheated on her. Like, you're forever literally gonna be wearing that scarlet letter. Cheating is also a very sensitive topic in the sense that there's always like some sort of hidden, deep-rooted issues bigger than the cheating, bigger than that other woman, okay? And for that, please go see a certified therapist. I'm not a certified therapist. Like, I don't touch cheating, man. Even if you're the cheater, breaking up is still hard. Even the person who cheated is hard for that person. So, cheaters never prosper, nope. Tony says, most women are cowards. You know, Tony, if that has been your experience, then so be it. And I'm not saying all men are cowards, all women are cowards. There are some fucked up people out there. Men and women. Nobody wants to communicate. All right, so that brings me to the number one, the worst way, the most disgusting way of breaking up, disrespectful way, is ghosting. When men, again, like I said earlier, I'm speaking from men's perspective, okay? A lot of times, it's easier for men to just walk away. They don't want confrontation, they don't want communication. It's easier to just walk away. And that drives women insane. That just, right? Which is why it is the worst way to break up with a woman. You can go blaming a woman for not being a good girlfriend because she didn't meet the job description that your mother probably wrote for you, which is fucking pathetic. For all those mama's boys out there. She is who she is. And you chose to be with her. And now you, for whatever reason, you have your rights to your reasoning. Every right to your reasoning. But you have to explain yourself at the end. You can't just be a fucking coward and just poof, walk away with no explanation. You have to tell them. That's so funny, Anthony. I was like, you have to tell them, and I was like reading it as I was like, tell them. Like on Periscope, someone wrote, tell them. And you know what else too? Ghosting. When you go like poof MIA, you can't do that anymore because there's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's Facebook. We see you. It's impossible to disappear because of technology these days, because of social media. So let me just explain to you guys why, from a woman's perspective. When you say she's gonna go crazy and start stalking me and da 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 and this and that, let me just explain to you, okay? Why we react the way we react. I told you, we need an explanation, we need closure. But any mature woman needs that because we want to know, we want to take something away from this relationship, right? And what's the biggest, most invaluable lesson we can take away is, what did we learn from this? What did we learn from this? And if I'm in a fucking blind room by myself trying to figure out what I learned from this because you never explained to me, gave me that conversation because you're a fucking coward, okay? Then I'm in a dark room trying to find answers. Versus if you communicate this to a woman, then she can walk away from a lesson that she's learned about herself, about men, about relationships, about life, and she could move on. And it's like, what are you selfish? Because you don't want her to move on, so you don't want to give her that closure? Well, that's not fair. Karma again. Or if you can give her that, she won't think of you as an inconsiderate, insensitive asshole for the rest of her life. when she looks back at the time she spent with you, she can think of you as a respectable, dignified, mature man. And who doesn't want that kind of legacy, right? Like, don't you want that sort of legacy? I sure would want. I absolutely want every one of my ex-boyfriends to think very fondly of me. I do. It's important to me because that's my reputation as a human being. It's important to me. And in the end, just remember that she's not your enemy. At some point, you did love her. And she's not a problem, she's a person. So if you could just take away from this that, yeah, breakups are not easy, she might be crazy, blah, 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 whatever. You can only do you, is at least do it in a kind way. Break up in a way where you're kind about it. Do it with kindness, do it with empathy, do it with respect, do it with dignity. You know, at some point she gave you her love, she gave you her affection, and the least you can do at the end is you can break up with kindness. When I look on my past breakups and relationships, I'm proud of the tender endings. I really am, because then I look back and I think of, we loved each other at one point, and now we figured out a way to care for one another while being apart. And that, to me, is such a mature and amazing way of living my life. If only we could figure out a way to get all breakups to be that way. And look, it's okay to break up with a girlfriend. It's okay. It doesn't mean that breakups are hard, so you shouldn't break up. And if you're unhappy, you should stay in a relationship. Absolutely not. You should break up with her if you do not want to be with this person. Absolutely. It's how you break up with her is what I'm saying. Because guess what? One day you're going to be on the receiving end. You are. It's inevitable. You will be on the receiving end of a breakup. Listen, all you're going to remember is how the person made you feel. You're not, all the other stuff is whatever. On to the next one, right? How that person has made you feel in the end is what you're really going to remember. Steven says most common breakups are due to the women using and abusing you, or flakes by not being a person, of their word, or being jealous, having trust issues, and being insecure. You know, men keep talking about women being jealous and insecure. Why? Why are we jealous and insecure? What have you done to make her jealous and insecure? And what are you doing about it to not make her jealous and insecure? That's the question. Because I've been in relationships where I just never felt like I could trust this person. And I knew it just wasn't settling right. So we were done. But I've also been in relationships where the man has really made me feel very secure. I had no reason to doubt. Everything he said added up, right? Everything. He was a man of his word. So I had no reason to be crazy, jealous, any of that, any sort of needing of validation, none of that. I hope today's conversation was helpful and useful to you guys, and I'm sorry if I was yelling a lot. It's just that I just don't want to see you guys misunderstood in why women react the way they do react to you, when really there's a consequence to every action, and your actions, their reaction is a consequence to your actions. That said, bye.